So now, with achieving your pro card, are you hungrier or are you more satisfied and content?
Of course, I am hungrier. I mean, I want it to be, it is. I know you always say, compete for yourself.
Right.
Not for the others. Compete for yourself. And I am. But because I am the, only Japanese figure pro in the U.S., I feel I have some type of this, I have to represent. And so, Japanese, which is, I'm from the north of Japan, and we all say that the north of Japan, that those girls are tough because we, tough weather and everything, and we have a country heart where, we just keep on going. And then so I just want to show to everybody that, the possibility to, once you put hard work, but, just continue to do it, and your dream can come true. And this was one of my dreams, and then so now I can scratch it off. But now my next goal to be, it to accomplish as literally, if I would love to be on the Olympia stage as a Japanese figure pro. It took this long. Hey, why not? I would challenge that. I don't know how long it take, but until I can compete no more, I just want to do it. So I am hungry. I am, really look forward to it. My body's still changing, so I think I can make more improvement of my body and then just continue.
So what that's your, do you think competing is more mental or more physical?
I think it is, for me it is more mental because physical part, and then the first you gotta go through with the busy schedule. I train probably 8 to 14 people a day for the Ratio 101 Fitness, and I with that, the schedule is busy, but at the same time, this competition thing, once it comes, that's an extra things that you have to do. But I, over the years, I learned how to accept the fact or the steps that you got to take to get to the day of the show. So the physical part is not so much. Yes, I am tired. It's a challenge, but more so mentally, can you continue? With to keep your positive mind and then just continue to train on your 100% every time. The not missing the meals. Make sure you prep your meals. No matter how busy you are, you gotta eat. I'm eating every 3 hours. So those things are, to me now, I'm kind of used to it. But at the same time, when you're trying to go to the next level, I think everything gotta be a next level. So I will be more really researching what I can do to change my physique, and organize my time better. Not to be late for my clients. That's the one thing I need to work on. So I am hungry, and like I said, I learned literally myself. This is a journey, like if you ever compete, or even to me, training, to trying to get to your goal, it will make you learn what type of person you are, and you find the weakness, and just like a body parts. If you don't have a shoulder, you got to build a shoulder. If you don't have a back, you got to build back. So that the same thing as your personality or your mindset, where there's a weak, your mind, the mindset, and you just try to improve those weak point, mentally, and I think that's how your mind can get stronger and stronger, and I physically and also mentally, I wanted to complete that. I wanted to be way stronger. CHIE, mind wise, and also the physical wise too. But Yeah, I'm. It is a challenge, but I love it.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any business ventures that's going on right now that I know when you're competing, it takes a lot of your time. So now your focus is going to other things. Can you let the client, the people that's watching or listening in on a few of the things you got coming up?
Um, yes. I'm still working on the GNC Japan, and that's another thing. And also, I have my own the company Figure Prodigy International LLC, which is I would like to business internationally. So the Hair Rush brand, which is based on a Jersey and also the Canada. Became a wholesaler. Well, first I was ambassador, and then now I can be able to expand that, to become a wholesaler. I wanted to kind of take that to the Japan as well, and it's so is the other different supplements in Evo. I love that protein chocolate. It is some, but at this point, more so, I would like to utilize my title 100%. And so, I think a lot of time people forget to brand yourself. And first, I was an amateur for a long time, for 16 years, last 16 years. But I built my brand in my country. So I have my own nickname, I have my own brand in Japan. So now I became IBB Pro, like I put more so, slap the tag on the jar that you can sell better. So that's more so that is. And I'm supposed to be on the Homewood, which is, that's a Chicago in the south suburbs, a wonderful neighborhood city. And Mayor Homewood, he actually asked me to send him the story. So he said, well, we can give you recognition. So that's another thing. So that the city to my country, I would like to just utilize this title and just, let them know. And this is a promoting time. Why is it promoting? Yes, of course, I wanted to become a famous person. Famous person because how much your word mean to many people once you become famous. Your word has a lot of power. So a lot of time people don't listen. You're just another trainer. But if you become this first, Japanese figure pro, and you can start to talking, and they'll listen more. So I think I would like to utilize that, and then more focus on that for right now. So also the business, yes, but I'm also with the clients a ratio 1-to-1. I'm continue to train, and then I would like to do the guest appearances in my country and different city, go around. And also here they speak at like a woman retreat and things like that. So I would like to expand it to that. Okay. Started doing more of those.
Okay, so if anybody's looking for a great IFBB Pro, beautiful, speaks real well, very knowledgeable in health and fitness, been a trainer for a very long time. If you need a speaker or someone to appear at one of your events, which I know they have a lot of them, get in touch with her at figureprodigy.com, and we'll make that happen. So.
Well, so now I talk a lot, as
Yes.
you see. I have been talking the whole time. So let's change to Sir-Earl, which is now he created the Figure Pro, and I would like to hear how he think about it. So now it's your turn. Trudy, what you thought the first? I went through the all emotional roller coaster up and down this time. Well, many times in the past.
You go through that every time.
So I just want to. I know that a lot of time people, never probably listen.
I mean, I've been training you for competition. I don't train anybody else, so do not call me or text me or email me talking about, can you train me? I've gotten a lot of that. Every time she competes, I get that. I only trained her, and I'll explain why. I believe that a lot of people who think they want to compete, they don't really understand the work and the sacrifice that goes into it. I've trained and worked with a lot of people since I've been in this business since 1990, and I've trained people with much, much better genetics than her. I've trained people who, you know, have competed at very high levels, but the mentality that it takes to be very, very successful and to follow it up with business is very hard. So therefore, I limited the amount of people that I work with down to one. So, going through your ups and downs before a competition, to me is always normal, but I really think you had started getting very used to being at the top of the food chain in the amateur competition, taking second and third, which was easy. You had been there before. So you really just kind of prepared for shows. Even though you would go through the ups and downs, you kind of knew the routine, and you knew you could go there, and you knew you would do well if you looked a certain way. But the goal was, what we set last year, was to go to a different level. And that was before the freaking pandemic hit, and a lot of people are running around blaming us for everything. When in reality, we managed to open up a second business, which is Open Gym, and we managed to win a competition and go pro. So it doesn't stop you from achieving what you need to achieve. It's an excuse. You know, you can still do it. Actually, it was easier because everybody else thought they weren't going to do it. So what I wanted to do was take that opportunity where you were going through your downs and doubting yourself and everything, and let's finally fix this mentality. Let's get over this hurdle, and let's go ahead and get that pro card. I mean, to be second or third in the world the last 2, 3, 4 years, it's not an accident. You have what it takes to be at the top, and beating a lot of girls that already turned pro, you knew you were in good company. But I just thought every time that time came, you know, you get that fork in the road, you can go left or you can go right. You would always take that left. And I said, okay, well, this time we're going to take this right. And we're going to get over the mental part that I think is blocking us. So a lot of people can't tolerate the way that I talk. You've been with me a long time, so you know
my God.
I'm a very, very honest person. And I always have this thing. I'd rather...
He doesn't sugarcoat at all. It's just, either you like him or you hate him. And that's either one.
You know, my thing is, I'd rather tell you the truth when we have time to change it than the judges to tell you on stage, you take second, you come off, you're down, you deject, and I say, well, I saw that getting ready. I could have told you that mentally you wasn't gonna win. Then you're like, well, why the hell didn't you tell me, you know? So I would rather do it in time enough for it to make a difference. And I do believe it made the difference between winning and losing was the mentality, the confidence. You know, I was a judge for a very long time. And to come out on stage with confidence that you're the best one there, it weighs a lot with the judges. And that's one of the reasons why I just don't work with a lot of people. They just don't quite understand what it takes to win. And I don't care what level. I mean, the pro level there's a high elite level. To be one of the best in the world is very, very high. But it was just as hard to win Illinois State. It was just as hard to win, you know, the Wings of Strength. It's like you're going up against all these people that's got the same goal you got. They all want to beat you. You know what I mean? So it's not like you're there by yourself. I mean, they all worked hard. They all dieted. They all want to walk away with a first place victory. I believe that to separate is the one that worked the hardest and the one that mentally is the strongest, and that's what you achieved this year, and that's why I really feel that's what made the difference between second and first was the confidence and the mental strength that you displayed on stage. So that's my approach as a person that helps. Don't call me a coach. I hate that. You know, now that we've now it makes me more motivated because now that we've got over that hurdle, how far can we really go? You know what I mean? I believe, as I've told you, that you can win a pro show and you can walk on stage at the Olympia and you can be very, very competitive with the best girls in the entire world. Because you have that experience from competing at the Arnold and you beat a lot of these girls and you see and you know what they exude. It's hard, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I believe you're able to do it. It's just a matter of mentally just not being intimidated and working your ass off and going in and doing what you got to do.
Oh, dear.
All right, so with that, we're going to end this interview. One of the things we tried to do was do a Facebook Live, which we're probably going to do a lot more of it, but we'll just advertise a little bit more. We kind of did this at the last minute. It was, you know, just really, we've been really busy since we've been back from Pittsburgh. And it was just kind of last minute. We really wanted to do it yesterday, but I promise we'll do the Facebook Live thing again. We'll take questions from the audience for people that's watching and tuning in. And, you know, we'll have that probably another couple of weeks. I have another podcast I'm going to do next week. And then we'll probably advertise it more where everybody will be ready and with the questions. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So if you have anything you want to say in closing out, then you go right ahead and, you know.
Well, like I said, every competition, thank you so much for the wonderful support. Messages on my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I mean, you guys have been actually really witnessed my past 10 years of my competitor as an amateur career, and I hope you know, continue to support me, follow me, my journey and as a pro now. And you know, like I said, I wanted to not have a regret in my life with anything that what I do. So to me, now I accomplished this goal to become a pro, but now I'm back to the start line. So I worked hard, and meantime, if I will continue to help people through what I do, which is through the fitness industry, here in the U.S. and also the internationally, which is other country like Japan or you know, even Korea or other places. Period. So I just you know, hoping that continue to watching my journey. And if you have any question or whatever and I can answer, I always try to respond to my messages. So you can just send it to me, DM me on Instagram, yeah, or Facebook. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everything. And thank you, Earl. It's a lot of hard work that goes into being my coach, but I would, you know, love to want you to continue. Don't say retire. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody.
So until next time, we're out of here. And like I said, we'll do the Facebook Live. I want everybody to tune in and ask whatever questions you want to ask. And, you know, so until next time, this is your man, Sir-Earl, CHIE Figure Prodigy to Louis, the newest IFBB Pro. And we're out of here. Peace.
Bye.
This is a CHIE production.